Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the topic accounting treatment of goodwill. Accounting treatment of goodwill. Okay. Class 12 accounts. My dear students, we are studying the chapter number 3, admission of a new partner under class 12 accounting. We will discuss today what will be the accounting treatment of goodwill. Already we have seen in the last chapter the meaning and definition of goodwill, valuation, how can we value the amount of goodwill by 3 methods: average profit method, super profit method and capitalization method. But today we will discuss what will be the accounting treatment of the goodwill at the time of admission of a new partner. Okay, my dear students, it's a most important topic of the class 12 and the chapter admission of a new partner. Without this topic, no any important questions will be arise in the chapter admission of a partner. Okay, my dear students, so please concentrate and understand very carefully to this chapter, to this topic. Okay, so my dear students, the topic is accounting treatment of goodwill. You all are already introduced from the topic goodwill, from the name goodwill. Okay, what do you mean goodwill? It not need to tell you the meaning and definition of goodwill. Okay, because if you want to see all these things, you can go in the last videos of the chapter in the playlist Indian class 12 under class 12 accounting, partnership accounting, and you can go and watch this video goodwill and how can we valuation of the methods of valuation of goodwill. Okay, my dear friends, so we are going to study accounting treatment of goodwill. It's most on this topic, the most students are very confused how we will do the amount of goodwill, how we will treat the amount of goodwill, and how we will calculate the amount of goodwill. Okay, so watch this video very carefully for understand the accounting treatment of goodwill. My dear students, if we talk about the accounting treatment of goodwill, then in what we get, when suppose A and B, there are 2 partners, A and B, there are 2 partners, and C is taking a new admission. A and B established the business. A and B has done all effort to establishing this business, and after some time he is taking admission of Mr. C. A and B is need of working hand, need of amount of capital, need for expansion or growth of the business. So that's why they are taking to C as a partner. They are taking to C as a partner. Okay, my dear friends. But C, what C is getting? C is getting already a well-established business. Well-established business. He don't need to do anything for the establishment of that concern, where he is taking admissions, getting the owner. So for that effort, whatever done by the old partner, for that effort, whatever is done by the A and B, they will charge something, because they are giving a brand value, they are giving to see what a market reputation, whatever made by the A and B. For that, they will take, for that effort, they will take amount from C, and that amount will be called as a goodwill. Getting you, owner? Getting? Okay, if you are not getting, then I am saying again what A and B क्या है, उन्होंने बिजनेस को बनाया है, वेल एस्टैब्लिश किया है, एक अच्छा नाम दिया है, मार्केट में रेपुटेशन दिया है. अब जब C को एडमिशन ले रहे हो, देन C को कोई भी जरूरत नहीं है किसी भी प्रकार की कोई एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट करने की, कोई चली बनी बनाई अरेंजमेंट में बना व्यवस्था में वो एडमिशन ले रहा है. तो उस एफर्ट के लिए he has to pay something extra. Okay, that will be called as a goodwill. Okay, so how we will treat when the new partner bring the amount of goodwill in cash. तो जो पैसा C लेके आएगा उसका हम क्या करेंगे, कैसे ट्रीट करेंगे इन द बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट में, यही हम पढ़ने जा रहे हैं. गेटिंग बोला C here, whatever amount is bringing by the new partner, ठीक है, whatever amount the bringing by the new partner, what will be the accounting treatment done by the old partner. Getting over? So there are three methods. There are three methods where we can do all these accounting treatment. Getting over? So see first method. First method is when the amount of goodwill paid privately, okay, suppose, understand it, see here, when A and B there are two partners and C is bringing the amount of goodwill in cash, but C is paying privately. Paying privately means outside the business, outside of the business. Okay, when the amount of goodwill will paid privately to the old partner. See here, when C will pay the amount of goodwill to AB, to partnership firm, privately. In first case, when the amount of goodwill paid privately, then what we will do? Then what we will do? Then what we will do? We will do business. The amount of goodwill is inside, out of the business, outside of the business. That means any money of goodwill is not coming in the business. This money has distributed by the old partner out of the box, out of the business. See here, C is getting not in the business, privately pay कर रहा है, privately pay कर रहा है. He is paying privately. So this money is not coming in the business. कोई पैसा बिजनेस में नहीं आ रहा. तो when the money, the amount of goodwill will not come inside of the business, then no entry in the first case. No entry will be first case has been done by the old partner. Getting over? So what we will do in the first case, no entry we will do. You can prepare your notes as it is. Okay, in the first case clear, when the amount of goodwill paid privately, no entry. If in the book there is given what? In the book there is given when the amount of goodwill paid privately, then no entry will be applicable. Second thing, when new partner bring the amount of goodwill in cash. First was paid privately. Second, the new partner is bringing the amount of goodwill in cash. Suppose A and B there are two partners and C is giving cash. C is coming and he is giving amount of goodwill in cash to the business. In the second case, there are two cases. First case and second case. See here, it's important. Okay. First case is amount of goodwill. Goodwill, G/D/W, we can write amount of goodwill retained by the partnership firm. Amount of goodwill retained by the partnership firm means whatever amount is given by the new partner of goodwill, that will be retained by the partnership business. मतलब ये हुआ कि जो भी पैसा सी के द्वारा या न्यू पार्टनर के द्वारा अमाउंट ऑफ गुडविल के लिए पार्टनरशिप फर्म को दिया जा रहा है, उस केस में क्या करेंगे, वो पैसा बिजनेस में ही रोक के रखा जा रहा है. मतलब बिजनेस से बाहर नहीं निकाल रहे हैं ओल्ड पार्टनर ए एंड बी, उस पैसे को बिजनेस में ही रोक के रख रहे हैं. देन क्या होगा, इस केस में दो जनरल एंट्री होंगी. In this case, we will pass two journal entries here. First journal entry will be cash bank account debit. If in cash, money is in cash, then cash will be debit. If the money will be in bank, then bank will be debit. Cash bank debit to premium for goodwill. First entry. Cash bank account debit to premium for goodwill. Getting over? First entry. Second entry will be this amount. When this amount will come in the partnership business, then second entry will be premium for goodwill account debit. Premium for goodwill account debit to old partners capital account. To old partners capital. Old partners means A and B. To old partners capital account. You can see here, there two entry will be passed in the case number 2, first case. What? Cash bank account debit to premium for goodwill in cash. Okay. Whatever amount will bring by the C, that from that amount we will pass this entry. Okay. Second, premium for goodwill account debit to old partners capital account. Old partner. Whoever old partner will be there, that the name of the old partner. A and B is here. A and B we will write. And the amount will be distributed in sacrificing ratio. In sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio, how to calculate? In the last lecture we have seen how we will calculate the sacrificing ratio. Okay, whatever amount will bring by the C in the partnership firm, that will be retained by the business. First entry and second entry for the distribution. In which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. Second case is the almost same, but the one condition is there. What? When the amount of goodwill bring by the new partner and withdrawn by the old partner and or not retained by the business. Suppose you can see here in example E and B, there are two partners in a partnership firm. C is bringing amount of goodwill, suppose 1 lakh. C is bringing, okay, and this amount is withdrawn, means taken over by, मतलब निकाल लिया गया बिजनेस से. उस पैसे को बिजनेस में वो लोग नहीं रखेंगे. इन फर्स्ट केस में वो पैसा बिजनेस में रहेगा. दूसरा केस क्या हो जाता है, वो पैसा बिजनेस में नहीं रहेगा. मतलब when the amount of goodwill withdrawn by the old partner, यहाँ retained by the partnership firm, मतलब retained by the partners or withdrawn by the old partner. In the second case, both entry will be same. First, cash account debit to premium for goodwill account debit to old partners capital account in sacrificing ratio. You can see here sacrificing ratio. Okay, the third entry is the extra entry that will be made for the withdrawn of the amount of goodwill. What entry will be passed? Old partners capital account debit to cash bank. For withdrawing old partners capital account debit to cash bank in sacrificing ratio. So first case and second case is complete. Hope you all are getting. Third case number third. Second case, this was the first, you get second, and this is the third case. Okay. In this case, it's a very simple case. What? When new partner doesn't bring the amount of goodwill in the cash. When new partner means see कोई पैसा लेके बिजनेस गुडविल के लिए नहीं लेके आता है. When the new partner doesn't bring the amount of goodwill in cash. Getting over? So what we will do in this case number third, one question will arise here, maybe arise. If in the partnership firm, in the business of the partnership firm or in the balance sheet of the partnership firm, already goodwill is maintained. Already, suppose the part in the business of in the balance sheet of the partnership firm, goodwill 1 lakh. Okay, I am giving an example. In the balance sheet of the partnership, already goodwill is appeared. मतलब पहले से ही गुडविल बैलेंस शीट में मौजूद है. किस केस में? केस नंबर थर्ड. क्या कह रहा है? When doesn't bring the amount of goodwill in cash, मतलब न्यू पार्टनर गुडविल के लिए कोई भी अमाउंट लेके नहीं आता है. उस केस में हम क्या करेंगे? तो इसका तीसरा केस क्या? When goodwill already appeared in the balance sheet of the partnership firm. तो जो goodwill, whatever goodwill is appeared in the balance sheet of the firm, that first of all we will write off to that amount of goodwill. उस goodwill को हम क्या करेंगे? खत्म करेंगे, write off कर देंगे. Getting? तो write off की एंट्री क्या होगी? एंट्री होगी old partners capital account debit to goodwill. This entry. What? Old partners capital account debit to goodwill in old ratio. Which ratio? Old ratio. Okay. Second, when new partner doesn't bring amount of goodwill, second entry. और जब वो पैसा लेके नहीं आएगा, when the new partner doesn't bring the amount of goodwill in cash, then what we will do? Then we will do third, last entry. We will debit the new partner's current account. What? The entry will be new partner's current account debit to old partner's capital account. See here, new partner's current account. What? Current account. New partner's current account debit to old partner's capital account. Getting in sacrificing ratio. In sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio is the most important thing, and you have to focus on this ratio for the amount of distribution of amount of goodwill in the. So this is the whole concept of accounting treatment of goodwill under the chapter number 3, admission of a new partner. Again I am repeating, when accounting treatment of goodwill, there are 3 cases. When the new partner will bring the amount of goodwill in cash. Okay, so the question will be arise, what the from how we will do the accounting treatment, how we will show this amount in the books of account. Okay, the first case when the amount of goodwill paid privately to the old partner, when C will pay the old partner privately. Okay, privately मतलब private रूप से, तो then no any entry will be passed in the books of account. Case number 2, when the new partner bring the amount of goodwill in cash. When the new partner bring the amount of goodwill in cash, मतलब कैश के थ्रू लेके आता है. इस केस में 2 केस हैं. कौन सा? Amount of goodwill retained by the partnership firm. In this case, both entry will be passed. Cash bank debit to premium for goodwill, premium for goodwill account debit to old partner's capital account in sacrificing ratio. And in second case, amount of goodwill withdrawn by the old partner, cash debit to premium for goodwill, premium for goodwill debit to old partner's capital account in sacrificing ratio, and old partner's capital account debit to cash bank. This is the third entry in second case. Okay. Third case when new partner doesn't bring the amount of goodwill cash in. Doesn't bring the amount of goodwill in cash. So what we will do? when goodwill already appeared in the books of account, we will write off the right of entry old partners capital account debit to goodwill in old ratio. OR I have written. See here, old ratio. And second, when the new partner doesn't bring the amount of goodwill, जब लेके नहीं आएगा तो उसके current account को हम debit कर देंगे, new partners current account debit to old partners capital account. So this is the concept of accounting treatment of goodwill. Whatever you have seen. So this is the most important topic, and according to this concept, you can do various questions, whatever given in your books. You can do the questions of all goodwill cases. Okay. So hope you are doing all the questions for today. Thank you very much.